Boy and his dogs here playing Hexcells. We're going to go on to 5-2. Alright, where are we going to start today? For this column with a bracketed 2, we know it has to grow from this existing blue. It'll either be the one on the top or the bottom, but we can eliminate the rest in that column. And we got zeros, which always make things easy. 2 here, we have 1, 2. For this column with 1, we know we already have our 1, so we can eliminate these last 2. We can deselect our 1 by right-clicking. And for this column with 2 with the brackets around it, it has to grow from this blue one, and it can only grow down. So now we have our 2, so we can eliminate the rest in that column. And for this 2, we have our 2. For this 2, we have 1, 2. So now we have solved for this column of the bracketed 2, so we can eliminate the bottom one here. And if we look at this far left column, we can see we now have our 2, so we can eliminate the last 2. And deselect our 2 up there. For our 1 down here, there's only 1 next to it. We'll mark that off, which helps us solve for this column. We have our 1 there, so we can eliminate that one. This one, we have our 1 next to it. We can eliminate those 2. Alright, so we are going to hop over to our -3 here. We know that the outsides here will have to be blue. Since there has to be a space, we can't delete one of these outsides, because that would mean the 3 would have to be connected in either direction. Alright. So now for this column with a -2, we know it can't be connected to this blue, regardless of these big gaps. So we know we can eliminate both this one and this one, which will help us now solve our 3. Same rule applies for this column, this -2. We know it can't be this top one, we can eliminate that, which now helps us solve for that top right portion. And now we've solved for this column in its entirety. We have our 2, we can eliminate the rest. And take care of those zeros. Okay, we have our 1 here, so let's go ahead and eliminate this one. For this column, there's only 2 left, so we know those 2 will have to be blue to satisfy that 2. Alright, for the far right column, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The rest have to be blue for that 5 to work. Okay. So in this column, we know there's only going to be 1. And so for this 2 to work, we know this one has to be blue, since only one of those can be blue. And if we look at this column with a -3, we already have 2, so we know the next one can't be right next to it, so we can eliminate this one. So now we have our 3 in that column, we can eliminate the last 2. Alright, so again looking back at this column of 1 where we have one of these 2 will have to be blue. If we pretend that we mark this bottom one as blue, it would solve for this 1. Then to solve for this 2, it would have to be this one and this one, or these 2, or those 2. Anyway, we're going to have more than 1 next to this one. So that means that we definitely know we cannot mark this bottom one as blue. So we can eliminate that. That's going to help us solve for this column and the rest of this area over here. If we look at this -2, so nowhere in this column can 2 blues be next to each other. So if we look at this 3, we know that only 1 can exist here, not both of these. So for this 3 to work, we're going to have 1, 2, and one of these will be our 3rd. So we can mark this bottom one as blue. Coming over here, we have our 1 next to that already. We can eliminate that. We now have our 3 there. If we look at our column of 2, we have our 2. We can eliminate these 2. And we'll go ahead and deselect that one up there. Now if we look at our column of 5, there's only 5 left in this column, so we can mark all those as blue. And now we have our 1 here, so we can eliminate these outside too. Same for that one, and this one. For this column, there's only 1 more left, so we know that has to be blue for that 2 to work. For this dash 2, they can't be connected, so we know we can eliminate the middle and mark the outside 2 as blue. For a column of 3, there's only 3 left. We can mark all those as blue. And then if we look up here in the top right, we see that there's only 2 more remaining. There's only 2 left, so we know we can mark those 2 as blue. If you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment, and if you like this video, please like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it.